What's up, guys? It's your boy Cam, and I am here with finally NXT Takeover in your house. I am legit really excited to show y'all the culmination of all these weeks of build, and I can't wait to show y'all what I have in store for this show. So let's just get right into it. We kick off the show with an old school in your house video package with the current day superstars like Io Shirai, Yuri Katsumoto, Tenille Dashwood, Pete Dunne, Rhea Ripley. Just get that old school in your house feel. And we are here in Minute Maid Park, so we out here selling out. Well, I don't think it's out, but we're out here in great capacity in baseball fields. And I do like the aesthetic of baseball fields and wrestling together. I really do like that when they do it in the Royal Rumble. So let's get into the show. We're kicking off the show hot and heavy with Io Shirai versus Kamiko Asahara versus Rosemary and Alyssa Flash. And basically a TLC match, and the match gets a 69. Okay, and about that had great heat and good wrestling. Rosemary and Alyssa Flash defeated Io Shirai and Kamiko Asahara in a Full Metal Mayhem match, where Rosemary retrieved the item in terms of in-ring work. Io Shirai was head and shoulders above everybody else. Io Shirai 83, Kamiko Asahara 62, Alyssa Flash 72, and Rosemary 64. I didn't want to job out Rosemary or Alyssa Flash, even though Io Shirai does have creative control. She did not object to losing this match, and I think Rosemary needed it more than Io Shirai and Kamiko Asahara. And we could just play on that story that Kamiko Asahara and cost Io Shirai the match, and we'll see what happens there. But I think Rosemary had a lot more to gain since she lost that legacy. She needed to win here tonight. And 69, I was hoping for like a 72, but looking at those ratings, 69 is pretty good. Let me kick off the show with great heat and good wrestling. 63, in a good match, the Grizzled Young Veterans defeated Motor City Machine Guns in 15-26 when James Young pinned Chris Sabin with the Head and Shoulders DDT. Alex Shelley 74, Chris Sabin 69, James Drake 66, and Zach Gibson 59. So the Grizzled Young Veterans went ahead and beat Motor City Machine Guns. Okay, Alex Shelley debuted a high new spot that showcased his aerial ability and helped with psychology later on. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin lose again. Maybe I should have been in a different region. The ratings aren't where I thought they would be, but hopefully that changes during the night. But Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin lose again. Alex Shelley looks pissed off that they just lost, and Chris tries to console him, but Alex Shelley said, "Nah, bro, I'm not having it right now," and he just walks away. So Motor City Machine Guns are not doing good right now at all. 38, ooh. And about that, didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. The Beautiful People defeated Renee Michelle and the Ninja Warriors, and Chelsea Green submitted Casey Canzaro. Robert Stone did some good work at ringside. Chelsea Green 43, Kate 35, Casey 36, Renee 45, and Paris 33, and Tay 31. So not the best of matches, but hopefully we can get a good angle. So the Beautiful People pick up the win, but that's not enough. Chelsea tells Paris and Tay to continue beating down on Renee Michelle. This continues until a surprising face, and Madison Rayne appears. Madison Rayne comes to Renee's defense. It's Renee and Madison Rayne against the Beautiful People. That is, until Madison Rayne turns on Renee, giving her a power bomb. The crowd in Minute Maid Park boos Madison Rayne and the Beautiful People. Chelsea Green stands tall with Paris Marie, Tay Conti, and maybe new member Madison Rayne, with Robert Stone clapping in the background. Why is Madison Rayne aligned with the Beautiful People, even though she was a founding member in Impact? What does that have to do with her now? We'll see, but you have to watch on Thunder. No, not Thunder, Inferno. 61, okay, the match ratings are getting better, but in a decent match, Ace Austin and Jake Something defeated Subculture, and 14-14, Ace Austin pinned Morgan Webster with the fold. Ace Austin 60, Jake Something 63, Mark Andrews 57, and Morgan Webster 49. Yet good match. Even though Subculture are new to the company, Ace and Jake did lose their legacy, and I did not want them to lose here. I want them to gain some of their momentum, and so I had them win here tonight. It doesn't do anything bad to Subculture, but I think Ace and Jake being the heels, they needed it more. 73. Kushida makes his entrance, but he's jumped by Killian Dane. 67. Okay, and the bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Kushida defeated Killian Dane in 11:08 by submission with the Kushida lock after a distraction from Boa. So, Kushida 70, Killian Dane 58. Okay, decent match. Great rating. So Kushida wins with the help of Boa. Boa raises Kushida's hand, and Kushida reciprocates and raises Boa's hand. So Boa and Kushida, they've, kind of gained a common kinship by, common friendship by this whole little feud with Killian Dane. So we'll see what happens. But remember what I said. Boa said that Kushida inspired his wrestling career. And I told you I had plans for Kushida, especially for Boa as well. So we'll see what happens. But I think this is going to be a fun time for both Kushida and Boa. 68. Man, okay, do it like a psychology. But in the bout that had great heat and good wrestling, Keith Lee defeated Chris Dijak by 15-17 by pinfall with a power slam. Keith Lee makes defense number 5, the NXT Television Championship. Keith Lee benefited from having a hot new move. Chris Dijak 55, Keith Lee with an amazing 80. It fell apart due to a lack of psychology. Okay, I don't know, we'll see. But Keith Lee went ahead and beat his former friend and Chris Dijak with the power slam. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure the friendship is all but over at this point. But a good match, and Keith Lee retains the NXT Television Championship. 88. Tenille is waiting in the ring for Rhea Ripley. Rhea makes her entrance with stitches and bandages all over her, and she returns after being thrown through the glass windows a couple weeks ago, and they're here for their unsanctioned match. 71. Okay, I like it a lot. In the bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Rhea Ripley defeated Tenille Dashwood in 16:02 by pinfall with the Soul Food. Tenille 81. Rhea Ripley 67, and I cannot wait to tell you how great of the big plans I have for Rhea Ripley, and I have to see what I have to do with Tenille Dashwood after the pay-per-view. But Rhea Ripley, I have all her plans kind of already thought out through the entire summer, so we'll see what happens. But Rhea Ripley 67 and Tenille Dashwood 81, fantastic match, best match of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, best match of the night. A little bit of a cooler crowd down a little bit, but in a decent match, Trey Miguel and Leo Rush defeated Kendrick and Nese, where Trey Miguel pinned Brian Kendrick with the Yoshi Tonic. Leo Rush 59, Trey Miguel 65, Tony Nese 56, and Brian Kendrick 55. Good rating. I couldn't ask for a better rating for all 4 men involved. They're not all the most over, but Trey Miguel and Leo Rush are 2 prospects that I do want to push, and I do see being the future cornerstones of this company. So they're good here, and we'll see what happens with Kendrick and Nese. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them. 79. Yes, sirree. Dragon Lee, you are amazing. In a superb match, Dragon Lee defeated Ilya Dragunov in 16:19 by pinfall with the Operation Dragon. Dragon Lee 89, Ilya Dragunov 67. So I was going back and forth on who I wanted to win this match. Ilya, he just kind of debuted in the company. He's on this hot streak by beating Flamita, beating Ray Horace. And Dragon Lee, he just came off losing that best of 5 series to Keith Lee. And I felt that Ilya, he has Imperium behind him, so he won't be hurt as much. And I think if Dragon Lee lost here, he would have lost some of his momentum and credibility. And I don't want to bury him because he's one of my best wrestlers right now in the company. And I think this does more good for Ilya Dragunov than harm for Dragon Lee. So I think both men coming out this feud looking good. And, this could continue. Ilya might not like that he lost, but Dragon League came out with the win here tonight, and a great match. Great match. 65, okay, we calming the crowd down a bit. In a decent match, Pete Dunne defeated Brian Pillman Jr. in 11:01 by pinfall with the bitter end. Pete Dunne 78, Brian Pillman 32. If you wonder why Brian Pillman didn't win, because he had a rating of 32, and Pete Dunne had a rating of 78. But Brian Pillman was really off his game, and Malcolm Bivens did some good work at ringside. I love to see that, and Pete Dunne looked good here tonight. 77. Pete Dunne beats Brian Pillman Jr. Malcolm Bivens and Everrise help Pillman to his feet, and Pete Dunne is riding a nice wave of momentum. And those are asking, did you just bury Brian Pillman Jr.? No, I did not. When I came up with the plans for year 2 in this save, I wanted to start pushing the people I didn't push in year 1. And I said, I didn't do nothing with Everrise at all. I didn't do nothing with Malcolm Bivens. He was with Share. I did not like that pairing at all. Brian Pillman Jr. He came on later in the year in 2020. So I said, let's redo this. I got rid of Share. I put them in developmental. I put Malcolm Bivens with Everrise, and I put them with Brian Pillman Jr. At first, these guys were not sniffing Takeover at all, especially with the brand split. Even with the brand split, they were not sniffing Takeover at all. But step 1 is complete. I got them on the card, and I had them face a top guy in the company, in Pete Dunne. And one thing I want the fans to realize, that even though a wrestler might have lost, they're not buried. I don't want fans to be in that mindset where if a wrestler loses, they're buried. You know in WWE how a wrestler is buried, because you can just tell. But with my booking, I want people to know that even though a wrestler might have lost, they still gain more in the eyes of the fans, because Brian Pillman had a competitive match with Pete Dunne, even though he lost. It's just showing the fans that, hey, maybe we should keep our eyes on Brian Pillman, Everrise. We'll see what Malcolm Bivens is doing. So I'm just getting them on the show, and they've gotten some wins on TV. But Pete Dunne is the man right now, and I can't have him lose, especially with Brian Pillman kicking out 32s and Pete Dunne almost kicking out an 80. So we'll see. Adam Cole and Santos Escobar have a hype video. I'm excited for this match. I wonder what it's going to be. Hopefully it's good. 77. Okay, and the bout that has fantastic heat and good wrestling. Adam Cole defeated Santos Escobar in 15:47 by pinfall with the flying crossbody. Adam Cole 79. Santos Escobar 64. Both men had a great match. And this, I love no style. This is just really good. So, Adam Cole 79, Santos 64. And Santos is not buried at all. But Adam Cole, you know, as I said, Pete is the man. Adam Cole is the face right now. And he's just riding a nice wave of momentum. He did lose to Finn. His team did lose that War Game. So, I'm rebuilding Adam Cole. And this is the first step in doing that. 90. Adam and Santos put on a barn burner, and Adam Cole came up on top and showed why he's the face of the brand, maybe the entire industry. Okay, next match is the co-main with Maya Iwatani, Tegan Knox. We'll see what that gets. I'm gonna say 71. Yup. In the bout, they had great heat and decent wrestling. Maya Iwatani defeated Tegan Knox at 15:48 while pinfall with a diving double foot stomp. Maya Iwatani makes defense number 1 of the NXT Women's title. So Maya 78, Tegan Knox 49. As I said, I want to put more people on the show. Tegan really wasn't doing nothing on Thunder, and when she went to Inferno, I said that'd be a great match for Maya. I knew that Tegan wasn't going to win, but put Tegan in the eyes and the minds of the fan, but also building up Maya as a credible champion. So I think I did 2 good things, and I'm just building up Tegan Knox. I knew that she wasn't going to win, but she gave Maya Iwatani a great match. So, yeah, great match. 92. Maya Iwatani and Tegan Knox shake hands in a sign of respect. Tegan lost, but she won many fans over, like I said. And here we go in the main event. Yuri Katsumatsu, Tyler Bate. We don't have a video package, so we're going to go straight into the match. I do not know what this is going to be. I'm going to say 75. 72, okay. And the bout that had great heat and good wrestling, Yori Katsumatsu defeated Tyler Bate in a little 1811 by pinfall at the Stargazer. Yori Katsumatsu defeated makes defense number 8 of the NXT North American title. Tyler Bate 69, Yori Katsumatsu 66. Man, maybe I should have been in the better region, but great match here tonight. 72. You ain't gonna hear me complain about 72. But is that it? Yori Katsumatsu makes defense number 8 of the NXT North American title. And Yori Katsumatsu's on a roll right now. He's won that thing back in August from Damian Priest, and he's never looked back ever since. Speaking of looking back. So Yori Katsumatsu won here tonight in an epic match. Kind of, not it was epic, but it was still good. But who can stop Yori Katsumatsu? The lights go out, and we see a picture of a logo doing a forearm, like a logo in the air with a forearm coming at them. And then we hear, yup. The Tron says, I am phenomenal. AJ Styles, one of my favorite wrestlers ever, is here in NXT. The crowd is losing their minds. The phenomenal one is here in NXT. AJ Styles gets in the ring, confronting Yori Katsumatsu, and the show closes with AJ Styles doing his signature pose. Didn't I tell you I had some great surprises in store? This is not it, but when I tell you that I wasn't going to originally sign AJ Styles, I had a few people in mind. I'm not going to tell you who, but I think it was the beginning week of April where all the contracts just were available. You had, I ain't going to say that, but you had people from WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, whoever. You had all these people, and I was looking for somebody, not AJ Styles. I was looking for somebody else to sign, but AJ Styles' contract was up. I said, I didn't even think he was going to sign, so I just threw a contract offer at him, and he's here. AJ Styles debuted a legitimate gimmick. Got this rating radically. 77. So that is a pretty great show. So tell me what you thought down below. We had some great matches. AJ Styles debuted. We just had a really good pay-per-view, and I call this a success. So tell me what you thought down below, and have a blessed one. Bye.